It's Mike's RT blog date, March 29th, 2013. Alright, I've now recovered from my post-con crud. Yeah, it was just like a few days after I returned from Atlanta, I started getting a sore throat, and then it gets into my vocal cords. I could not speak, which is why it took me so long to make a video. I did do the bass guitar thing a few days ago to keep you occupied. But let me go ahead and talk about FWA. It was subpar. Now here's the main thing. Elevators were a bitch. They either skipped the floor even though the button was pressed. Either they were full when they finally came around, or they didn't move at all. Now, the only suggestion I can tell the con staff: do what Anthrocon does. Use some elevator control. Have some staff out there to control the flow of it. I know they did it only for like a short time. They didn't do it throughout the whole con. Now, I did not mention this in my FWA video, but another thing was that one of the nights I had saw some drunk guy at the bar on the 5th floor. He pushed one of the fursuiters. He had knocked a few chairs over and started pushing him, and that almost led to a fight. And I had told the hotel staff about it, and I'm not even sure they took it seriously. And there was no con security around or anything, but I am just not going to stand for that. Now, don't get me wrong, the hotel staff was friendly, but they gotta know when a guy's just had enough to drink. Also, when we were doing the fursuit parade lineup, usually the main event room is open during that time. But when I arrived there, it was supposed to be open at noon, but the doors were still closed, which means a lot of the suitors were stuck outside. My God. You got it. It was just poor planning. That there were several events that ended up starting late for reasons unknown. Even the Whose Line Is It Anyway? And no, I'm not talking about the improv show. This was more of a drawing show. And To the Raging Griffin also had to be pushed back. I'm not sure if any of the dancing got pushed back. I don't know. But yeah. And on top of that, paramedics were called a few times. I don't have the details about it, but my God, I know this is the first time at this particular hotel, but their planning was bad this year. They've got to take this year to better plan out for the look at the problems that we had this year and find a solution to everything they got. But yeah, they got a lot of work to do. Like I said, hotel staff was friendly, and the Starbucks they had downstairs. They had some of the fastest service I've seen in any Starbucks. Even when they did have a line, but they did take your order while you were in line, and they already had your drinks as soon as you paid the register. That is some good service for a Starbucks. I know it sounds trivial, but it's good business. And I gotta have my Java, okay? And another thing that I did not show in the video, I did participate in the fursuit games, and they did run short on time, so they were not able to do the last game. And I gotta start participating in the fursuit games more, because I certainly had a great time doing that. Somebody did post a video of the Fursuit games if you want to take a look at it. Loki was in group number 2. So, yeah, go ahead and take a look for this. I really got to find a videographer. And like I said, I did play against a Cards Against Humanity tournament, which that's like apples to apples, except this is more of an adult version. And I managed to place in a tie for second, which got me a free T-shirt. Yeah, some guy who had gotten like 6 rounds, and he got himself a free registration. It would have been nice for me, but what do you do? I wanted to do a variety show, but I did not get the help that I needed. So I'm just going to push it back to Anthrocon until I can get some help. So if you want help with this with this skit, just contact me right here on this channel, and we'll work it out from there. Right now, my next con is going to be Anthrocon, the big one of all in Pittsburgh. I will talk about the other ones for this coming month in just a few minutes. But right now, some other news going on. It came to my attention that a man was awarded $8,000 because he got stuck for 30 minutes in Small World in Disneyland. I am not kidding here. Now this happened back in 2009. The attraction broke down for 30 minutes, and he was a disabled man. He was paralyzed and had to use a wheelchair, and they could not get him out. So he was stuck in there listening for the song for 30 minutes. Now, I, as some of you guys know, I worked in Walt Disney World. I worked in Small World. I don't know why he wasn't getting out quickly, because in the Disney World version, we do have a way to get him out of the wheelchair. During in the course of the ride. Now, give him $8,000, and they said it was for pain and suffering as well, violations of disability laws. Come on, man. Now, I've worked in Small World for like 6 months. So, if he was awarded $8,000 for being in there for 30 minutes, and I worked in there from January all the way up to August, so if that's $16,000 an hour, and let's say an average of 8 hours a day over the course of 7 months, I should be getting well over $20 million out of this. Disney, you got to give me $20 million for being in that ride for over 7 months. I should be getting pain and suffering. If he can get money for being in there for 30 minutes, why can't I get any money for being in there for 7 months? Oh, yes. Yeah, to me, it sounds ridiculous. Let's see, what else we got? Furbuy is now adding a classified service. So they're positioning it as a furry Craigslist. Right now they have some badges. They got a suit for sale. However, they have been having some trouble with getting funds, and they're facing a threat of closure sometime in the summer. Then they've had quite a good run over the past few years, but they needed like about $1,000 a month to cover the cost of sales and their staff. So, and really the reason for this is because of the competitions, such as Fair Affinity, Ink Bunny, So Furry. which they use journal and submission-based auctions. And I have seen a rise in that, because if something goes on, I see a journal about it. So what will this mean? Should there be regulations over this on journals, or is it just something that Furbuy has to deal with and try to find a way around it? I want to hear what you guys think about that. Also, Radio Comix is needing some help. They owe the IRS in taxes because their accountant has overseen some taxes they're supposed to. That they owe $40,000. Right now they are on Indiegogo to raise some money. Right now they have $9,651. Their original goal is $4,000. 26 days left, so they have plenty of time to reach the $40,000 to pay the whole thing off. So if you want to contribute to this, just go to Indiegogo.com and just search for Radio Comix. Upcoming cons, April 5th to the 7th. Furthermore, this is a new convention that's being held in Baltimore, Maryland. I was thinking about going to this one. However, I have just come back from Atlanta, and my funds are currently limited right now. So I would love to go to this one, but I just don't have the funds right now. Plus, I got Anthrocon coming up. So, but I would love to go to that one. But the next big one is Furry Connection North in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And that will be from the 12th to the 14th. On the 20th will be Frantic Euphoria, which will be in Bristol, UK. FurDU, or Furry Down Under, will be coming up in Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia on the 25th to the 28th. And then finally on the 25th to the 29th will be Wild Nights in Robbers Cave State Park in East Oklahoma. So that will do it for tonight's video. Spike Pap logging out.